Now, perhaps what we should do is talk about the Accelerate program next, because it links into the saving. Maybe sure saving first. Yeah, let's talk about saving. This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very quickly. There are things like house deposits and
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of an error in causality here. We've got the talking about saving money before we talk about Accelerate, but we will cover Accelerate. Now, I think we did this earlier. Okay, here's our Accelerate section. And then we can go ahead and talk about saving money, and we'll just have to build the different takes into this earlier part. As I said, Smart Insert is going to shunt all of the markers along for us, so we're not going to have to worry about overlapping markers.
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly.
We've got a woman in the background, could be a problem.
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. Tell them to save for things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
Okay, we can put that down there. I'll just stretch the marker out and let's keep going.
Yeah. This helps.
They needed a marshal out there to stop people from getting in the way, but busy building.
This helps people within our business save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. To be able to save things like holidays, cars, deposits for houses, weddings. Probably need to get the other way around.
One line now.
Yeah.
For things, start with four things like, because the first part is fine. So for things like.
Yeah. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
Cool, nice emphatic hands there again. I think that's probably the take we'll use. What in the UK might be referred to as Tony Blair hands, which is when somebody gestures with their hands very vigorously whilst talking. I'm doing that right now, but you've never seen me and you never will, so... Okay, right, let's keep going. We're getting there, and this is just a tedious process. This is just, you know, what we have to do to go through an interview like this and pick out the bits we need.
Yeah, that's just that one part. Your face drops at the end though, when you
okay.
When you say that's just positive.
Yeah.
When you're done,
for things like house.
Okay, we're going to get in with a more positive expression.
For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
He holds it together for just long enough. Fair play to him. I've still got some dropped frames here or there, but nothing we can't edit around.
We want to talk about Excel.
Oh, hang on. Let's just, there we go. Okay, now we're on to Accelerate, so we're going to have to go back into the earlier parts of Accelerate. And this will be a big section. Accelerate is a big deal. Like I said, it's a very big part of the offer, the offer they make and what is meant to attract people to them as an employer.
Program now. Students say we also have a unique one. We use unique quite a lot. So is this a bespoke program, would you say?
Yeah, it's bespoke.
And this is a good example of quite nice direction here. Adam's kind of fishing around for positive buzzwords that can be used during the section. So if he can call it bespoke, if he can call it clear, if he can call it structured, that all of those things that stand out in very short presentations. We're going to have a 3-minute long video, and there's actually a lot of information that we're going to include here. It's going to be quite pacey, actually, by the time we're done. So the clearer and the easier to understand we can make the information, the more clear and articulate we can be, the better. So this is a good example of some quite nice direction and coaching for one of these videos.
It's a progression plan, I guess, isn't it?
Yes, so people that work for us also have a very clear
progression plan. People that work people that work for us here at Projectus also have a very clear progression plan. It's called the Accelerate plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit to guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion.
Okay, that's good. We need to retime that, but that is still good. Put that in there, see if he does anything else. I could imagine using that, so that goes in the select reel.
within our business.
That was really good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. At Projectus, we have. I'm just thinking. How do I start it?
Okay, so we can talk about how people that join us
Yeah.
often know where they can move to very quickly within the business.
People that join our business know exactly how they can progress within our business due to the Accelerate program we have.
Now, business twice into rapid succession, don't like it.
And essentially what that means is that you have set objectives and targets that if you hit, you're guaranteed pay rises and promotions within our business.
I still liked the first one a lot more. I can't imagine using that second take.
We've got that. Right. So let's talk about how we also offer a lot of support to our employees.
Yeah.
So just a one line.
Yeah. We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
Okay, that's really good. And I don't think we've got the support to our employees yet. Oh, there's a bad projectus typo in there. It's the problem with anything that doesn't have a spell checker in it. Okay, cool. Huge amount of support. Good. Yes, this is another big deal because especially the recruitment industry, like I said before in the brief, is infamous for a very high personnel turnover. So all of the support here is a really big deal. We have to make sure that this gets in the video as well.
We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
He does say employees, but maybe that will work. I don't know. We'll put that in the edit, see what the client thinks. Because he was against that word before. But who knows, maybe that'll work. I like that delivery, so we'll put that down there, see if we get another take. If not, then we might just have to go with it.
Into the work training, the work coaching that we do, we also offer the life coaching.
So in addition to the So in addition to the award-winning recruitment training platform we have,
okay, this is looking good.
So in addition to the award-winning recruitment training platform we have, we also offer life coaching to our employees, which had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families and friends.
That wider impact is a really good point, because especially when you're working a job that takes all your time, obviously that becomes very challenging. I freelanced for a long time, and I worked nights, and my social life suffered as a direct result. So that's something that will speak to a lot of people, especially if they're cracking my knuckles there, especially if they themselves have experienced harsh time pressures and a difficulty in balancing professional and home lives as well. So we'll put that in there. Let's mark this up because there's only one take of support, wasn't there?
Yeah. We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
This is good. Also in Bernard's selects, he does talk about this as well. He says, we're all very supported here, and that's something I definitely want to put the combination of those two in the edit, because it's like I said before, it is one thing the boss going, yeah, we support our employees. It's another thing, to have someone come out with a corroborating anecdote and say, yeah, that's actually what happened. So that's good.
So in addition to the award-winning recruitment training platform we have, we also...
Life coaching, okay.
We also work in a really modern fun complex located near Covent Garden, with a strong emphasis on socialising.
We work...
Okay. This is another take of something we already have, whereas we work in a fun modern complex. There we are. And this is why we marker it all up. That took a few seconds.
We work in the fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden.
Can we just link it? Sorry, can we say we also? Because
we also, okay, I didn't realise, yeah.
The benefit
We also work in a fun and vibrant complex in Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
Good. His face does fall a bit towards the end, like Adam said before, but that I see that being usable.
Now, so that actually say near Covent Garden.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, right, ready and go.
We also...
Oh, you got to go.
Yeah, sorry. I'll start again.
We also work in a fun, vibrant network or complex.
Yeah. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
Okay. They're not actually in Covent Garden, and this caused a bit of contention beforehand. The first delivery was better. I don't see us using that second delivery. But let's put that in there just so we have that material when we're editing.
We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with huge emphasis on socialising.
Maybe we could just cut that together. It also, if we're gonna Frankenstein a lot of dialogue together, we're gonna create a lot of places where we have to use cutaways, and that just might not give us an edit that works. It maybe we have to use the in Covent Garden as well, although that is not strictly speaking 100% accurate. Oh, keep doing that. That annoys me to no end that it ignores your IO once you go back to the timeline. Cool. Right, we're almost there with the wides, then we just have to give a pass through the close-up, and then we'll be home free. We will have finished Jake's select reel. And it's a really important process. I'm sure you're going to see later. We're going to use almost entirely these select reels later on, so it's going to be obvious the impact this has on our workflow. So let's keep going.
There was a lot of copyright, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe you can answer actually.
Sorry, that's fine. I guess hope you get used to today's guys. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
Banging. Okay, good. That solves our problem. It's always good to stick to 100% accurate when you're advertising things.
Really, really good. Right. Now on to the final point, which is what we're looking for in return for all these benefits. In return, we're looking for positive, driven employees. No, can we say consultants? I don't know.
We want consultants rather than say
people.
Yeah, yeah.
We're looking for positive, driven people who are.
And see, this is where we're trying to avoid the term employees again. One use of the word employee might slip into this edit just because we offer a huge amount of support is such an important line, and we didn't get an alternative to that. So I'm sure that the client does understand that. This was about 4 years ago now, so I know how this turned out.
Yeah.
Looking for a role that can offer something more, even something a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a new line. Let's keep going. And this is like, I'm sure you can see just how good this is for building selects. Like, this makes it so much easier than clicking through different rushes all the time.
Let's start again.
Now, we also give a huge amount
Yeah.
of sounds, we're saying, in return for this.
In return for this, we're looking for positive and ambitious people, perhaps that have reached a bit of an apex in their career, looking for that next opportunity, and we can offer a completely unique one to them.
Cool, that's good. We got a bit of stompy feet back there, but let's see if we get another take. That is good. Stop. Okay.
We're looking for positive and ambitious people to join our business, and what we can offer them. I'll start again. So I forgot the apex thing. Yeah. We're looking for positive. We're looking for positive. We're looking for positive.
And then they start to run over each other a little
We're
bit.
looking for positive. For positive. Okay. We're looking for hello.
His expression's a little bit odd here because he's laughing because there have been a number of failed deliveries, so maybe
We're looking
not.
for positive and ambitious people to join our business. Perhaps they're at the apex of their career looking for a new...
No. And he also, at the apex, he mumbles that together. This isn't a good
New
take.
opportunity that's exciting, that's different, and you'll definitely get that here.
I think we're done. I'm
Yeah,
really
okay, cool.
covered everything in
You're happy with the project, you employee value proposition thing in there?
I think you mentioned, you can do the line if you want.
The only thing I said, the first time we did something about, we're looking for people from entry level through to board or something. We've done that, cool, that's cool.
Well, yes, which is we made that clear, we broadened it from just ambitious team leaders
Yeah, okay.
to everyone who's mentioned level up. We covered Project Q, we covered
Was you happy?
technology, we covered progression plan, anything else? Do you know what we said?
Yeah, I'm good with it. Don't you are? Yeah, it's just a fast growing.
Okay, cool. So let's just take a look at this and see if it's usable.
In return for this, we're looking for positive and ambitious people. Perhaps they've reached a bit of an apex in their career, looking for that next opportunity, and we can offer a completely unique one to them. With this, no, we can offer a completely unique one to them.
Okay, that's the only really good take, but we've got Stompy Shoes back there. That the next take of that is really his other takes of that are really no good.
We're looking for positive. We're looking for positive. Okay. We're looking for positive and ambitious people to join our business. Perhaps they're at the apex of their career, looking for a new opportunity that's exciting, that's different, and you'll definitely get that here.
Tell you what, let's put that in there anyway. I don't see us using it, but let's just put it on the table.
We're looking for positive and ambitious people to join our business. Perhaps they're at the apex of their career, looking for a new opportunity that's exciting, that's different, and you'll definitely get that here.
Okay, let's put that in there. We're looking for positive, and what was that?
In return for this, we're looking for positive and ambitious people.
And ambitious people. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much all of these kind of mid shots. I wouldn't quite call it a wide, I'd say it's more of a mid, it's a waist up. So now the last thing we have is the close-up interview, which is just this last shot here. We also have full audio recordings of both interviews. We might go looking through these in the second and third passes later on if we're really not happy with what we've selected. Like I said, it's rare that you work exclusively with material from your select reels, but they do make a lot of the process much faster. So all we need to do now is we need to go through the close-up interview. It's all the same stuff we've already covered. I'm particularly looking for coverage of these lines at a close-up because we don't have a lot of coverage here. We don't have all different creative angles. We have a wide, we have a mid, and we have a close-up. And yeah, it's a bit of a jump, but it does fly in videos like this. We can cut between them just to help maybe keep pace with the music we're going to use, just to help maybe keep a kind of a sense of visual interest going on as opposed to just, you know, big long wides. We can also use it to help cut out hesitations. We can use it to cut out and repace some of the dialogue as well. So let's just get through this. This is the last bit and it's about 13 minutes or so, and then we will be done with Jake's select reel and ready to move on with the edit proper. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, that's really loud, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. You're right.
Project is a fast-growing niche business.
You see why I didn't do all of this for you? You've got to do some of the boring stuff as well.
Project is a fast-growing niche business operating with the unique medical technology recruitment marketplace.
Oof.
Your voice is just creaking up a bit.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You've actually got everything down.
Yeah.
Now it's like
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, I'll try again. Projectus is a complete. Projectus is a complete. Start again.
And this close-up contains a lot of the material that I removed from the mids as well. So
Projectus is a fast-growing niche
and you can see why I cut it. Hopefully.
Projectus is a fast-growing niche business working with Projectus is a fast-growing and unique business working within medical technology recruitment.
Okay, good.
Regional technology recruitment.
Now, it's worth saying that these are... Let's just see we've got in the right place. There we go. This is the exact same. So this is the second interview from a close-up. I didn't include the first interview close-up because A, it would bloat out the size of the project, and B, so little of the first interview is usable compared to the second one. The second interview is much better. So this is what we have here. So this is the same as a lot of material that we've been seeing, but just on a close-up. And I do want to make sure that I have that coverage on easy access in my select reel.
We're looking for people across.
Now, by now, you can tell what I'm going to do. I'm basically going through the entire process a second time with the close-up. If you want to go ahead and do the same thing on your own and skip through to the next lecture, by all means, feel welcome to do so. I'm just going to go through the motions here and make sure I have all the coverage that I need. But essentially, any line I've got in a wide, I will also want in a close-up for Jake. I've not been that comprehensive with the other contributors because they're not as important and we can kind of cut around it a bit more. But for Jake is the boss. He is the main lead contributor.